What's that? Oh, not too shabby for a guy who hasn't worked out in, I don't even know how long. I'd have to add it all up. So good afternoon. Sitting here playing hooky from work, which is authorized, certified, sanctified today, so it's A-OK. And I figured I would knock out some of these emails. So here we go. This one is, the topic is Karbolyn. The topic is Karbolyn, and I want to make a video about this for a number of reasons. Number one, I just feel like it, and I don't always feel like it. And number two, there's a lot of talk lately about BCAAs. Do they feed cancer or whatever? I'm not sure I got the gist of that. I'm guessing, thinking in terms of glucose and sugar feeding cancer and going down that road, which I'm not going. I don't follow that, but and I'll tell you why in a minute. And the other thing was, can they cause diabetes, contribute to diabetes? The answer is no. No, 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 no. And again, no. And the reason for that is you've seen me with a glucose meter. With a glucose meter. You know, look, you've got bro science, you've got what they call real science, and you have what works. You know, you have this what works. Pretty much I'm thinking the what works category. You know, the bro science, the real science, either of those can be beneficial. Either of those can be correct or completely incorrect. But the what works, you can't argue with that. You just can't argue with that. You know what I mean? Person's trying to drop a bunch of body weight. Look, there's a lot of ways you can do it. There's many ways to skin the cat. But end result is what matters. You know, guy gets there, girl gets there, they're healthy, they're happy, they feel good, they lost the weight, they're more fit. Whatever. You got there because you used keto, or you got there because you used dietary thermogenesis, or you got there because you just reduced the calories in a sensible fashion, you know, incrementally, or you did cardio, a bunch of cardio, or you did whatever the hell you did. Point is, once you're there, there's no, you know, basically it's just about do it. Just do it, right? Lose weight, lose weight. Once you lose the weight, results speak for themselves. You're there. Who gives a shit how you did it, as long as you're healthy and you haven't done yourself any harm, right? Don't overthink it. Don't overthink the shit, man. And it's the same thing with this kind of thing. You know, what I do with Karbolyn, is that necessary? Of course it's not necessary. Is it necessary that I get up every day and go lift weights? No, it's completely unnecessary. You see me right now, what do I look like? I haven't touched a weight. I have not touched a frigging weight in the gym other than a little tiny, maybe one set here, a set there. That's it. And that's been on just on a Sunday, when I'm in there on a Sunday and I just talking to somebody while I'm just doing something. And it's not even a workout, not even a complete workout, no sense to it, just completely free to do whatever the hell I want because it doesn't matter to me. And it has been, I've lost track now, but it's been, has it been 3 months yet? I don't know, but it's got to be damn near it since I've actually worked out. And I've been off for, I don't know how long now. I should have probably written all these dates down. I can go back and find them. I can go back and figure it out. But I've been off for at least, I don't know, over 2 months. Well over 2 months. Let's say 11 weeks or so, 12 weeks, I don't know. And in that time span, I have literally and purposely just said to hell with it and let my weight plummet. Just let it plummet. I haven't bothered to eat like I'm concerned about it. You know, try to have no plaque built up basically, so what am I going to balk at fried chicken? I don't give a shit. I'm going to eat some fried chicken. Haven't eaten fried chicken in 20 years, but I ate some fried chicken in the past couple of weeks. I can bet you that. A couple times I ate it, you know, one day after the next day, still ate it again. So I've been eating fried chicken. I've been eating whatever the hell I wanted to eat. I've been eating cake. I've been eating cookies. I've been eating ice cream. I've been eating chocolate. I've been eating, I don't know, macaroni and cheese if I feel like it. I haven't been eating like a bodybuilder. And I just figured, you know, it doesn't matter what I do to my body as far as just appearance-wise. I'm not going to jack my health all up in that little bit of time. not from doing food. Come on, man. You know, the shit that we put in our bodies when we're really hardcore training, if you're not going to jack your health up like that and you don't think that's hazardous, then just eating like this, like basically an average American, it isn't going to sink the ship in this little window here, this little break time or whatever. So I'm just enjoying myself, just being a regular guy, and just seeing how shitty I can actually look in that period of time. Now, eventually I'm going to get tired and just go back to training, you know, and I don't know what point it proves or if it proves any point at all, but, you know, I needed a break after all these years anyway. So now I've taken this break all this time and I'm starting to get bored with the break. So as I get bored with the break, then I'll return to lifting. Drug-free. I'm not going to return to, you know, testosterone or any of that. That's my plan. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stick to that plan. I don't know how much my test level will come back. I don't know, you know. I'm feeling a little bit better. I was feeling pretty crappy there. Now, you know, so I don't know. We'll see how much test am I going to start to produce, and is it all about test, or there are other players in the game, a whole lot more than what we understand. And it's more of the ratios of these various hormones and things that are present in the body at particular times, and that's what creates success. If success is what you call building muscle, if that's what you're trying to do, or being able to perform, or feeling healthy, or whatever, there's a lot to do with it. It's got to do with blood flow. It's got to do with O2 uptake. It's got to do with all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit. And it has to do with your diet. It has to do with your condition. If you exercise or you don't exercise at all, if you're a couch potato or what you might do. So it has to do with many, many things. Testosterone isn't, you know. Now, am I against TRT now? No. No. You know, I still think that if you're having a shitty quality of life because you're getting older, you don't feel like you used to feel, training and every other thing that you've tried, none of it's really doing it for you. It's not the same. It's not fixing it. Then maybe you want to go local TRT, get checked out by a doctor and do it legitimately. Now me, I don't feel the same. I can tell you just a little tiny bit of things I've done. You know, physically, my connective tissue all hurts where it never did before. Joints hurt where they never did before. So I'm thinking, you know, why is that? I'm not like a whole lot leaner. I'm a lot smaller. I weigh 227 pounds. Just got on the scale, 227 pounds. So I'm way down. And I don't mind it so much. I could come right back up if I wanted, but it's not what I want to do. So none of this shit's necessary. And back to the beginning, when we do Karbolyn the way that I do Karbolyn recommended, is it necessary? No. Is it going to give you diabetes? No. That's the gist of it. Karbolyn is basically, it's a modified complex carbohydrate that behaves like pure glucose. It rises and spikes and comes on faster than pure glucose. It just sustains, there's no crash. And it certainly generates an insulin response. It just definitely generates an insulin spike just like glucose. That's why it really works. That's what we do. I'm manipulating my own body's production of insulin. Not now, because I'm not training, so I'm not using any of that shit. Not Karbolyn, no protein powder, no nothing. Not even caring about how much protein I eat or do not eat right this minute, because I don't really care what I look like. I'm just curious of what will happen to me. What will I look like? So is Karbolyn going to give you diabetes? No. So there's your answer right there to the BCAA debate. If Karbolyn isn't going to give you diabetes, okay, and how do I know this? Well, because at heavier body weights, I've taken, let me tell you the truth, 125 to 150 grams of Karbolyn, right, pre-workout. And you saw me with a glucose monitor. You saw me measuring my blood sugar level before and after the workout. After the workout, what happened to all that Karbolyn? It wasn't in the blood anymore. Wasn't in there circulating in my blood anymore. I didn't have a high sugar level. So my body dealt with, regulated, and ran out the majority of that Karbolyn just in that window of time I worked out. And I don't work out any more than like an hour. Very rarely do I go an hour and a half if I'm doing multiple body parts. So that's pretty much in line with a really healthy, normal person with a healthy insulin response and the ability to manage and deal with carbohydrates and simple sugars. So does that look like something that's going to cause diabetes? Nope. Nope, not for me. That's not going to cause diabetes because you saw what happened. The workout itself is catabolic. The workout itself digs the hole. The act of actually exercising like that, the workout itself is going to crash you. It's going to wipe out the blood sugar levels in your bloodstream. It's going to wipe it out and wreck it. It's the whole point of Karbolyn. The whole point of Karbolyn is multifaceted. It's to get a material in there that can serve to refill the muscles and supersaturate them with glycogen while they're most susceptible. And that is during the workout. Think of it as in if you're getting ready for a show and you deplete and you get all the carbohydrate out. And then you get all the water. And then you put some carbs back in. As you put some carbs back in, they pull water. You understand how that works? They pull water. Now, if you're not putting any more water in, then you're going to not only start to fill out, but you're going to get harder and you're going to get drier. You will get drier, you will get harder until you spill. Until you spill. So because you can do that then, you can do a smaller version of that based on the same science while you're working out. While you're working out, you're going to wring that muscle out of glycogen from working out. You're burning glycogen for fuel in the muscle. That's what your pump is, etc., etc. You're utilizing and using up the stored glycogen, and you're replenishing it and refilling it at a time when it's susceptible to be supersaturated thanks to the insulinogenic response that you've induced. So you got the insulin running around your body, and that's its job, is to shuttle nutrients through the cell membrane at a high rate of efficiency. So as it shoves the Karbolyn into the muscle, and the muscle can hold more than it usually can, and blah, 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 because of the timing and what you're doing, that's how you get big and full. Now, if you take too much Karbolyn, and you'll know that because your blood sugar is still high at the end of the workout, you don't want to be crashed at the end. You don't want to be crashed, but you want to be an acceptable level. You want to be an acceptable level. How do you know what an acceptable level is? What's your blood sugar first thing in the morning? They say it should be under 100. I'm saying it should be under 90. For us, I say under 90. If your blood sugar's under 90 when you wake up in the morning, you don't have to worry about diabetes right this minute unless you change up a lot of shit and start fucking up. You don't have to worry about that from that. So if I can induce the insulinogenic response and I can throw 125, 150 grams of basically sugar, but it's not sugar, but basically it kind of behaves the same way. And my body can manage that and dispose of that within that hour and a half, which is under 2 hours, which is the window that the medical community believes I should be able to deal with 75 grams. You understand where I'm going? It's completely healthy, okay? It's not unhealthy. Let's put it that way. So if I can manage all that, how are you gonna get diabetes or even flirt with diabetes because you take in BCAAs? Now, me, if I were going to take any BCAAs, I would only take them, intra-workout is when I like to take BCAAs. And I would take a lot of BCAAs when I was big. When I was big, I might take 30 or 40 grams. That's a lot. That's a lot. Even in the face of that, how much sugar does that equate to? How much sugar can it even possibly begin to equate to? 150 grams? No. 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 So, in conclusion, if you're not going to give yourself diabetes because you're using a whole bunch of Karbolyn and you're staying super full and pumped like a fucking beast, you're not going to give yourself diabetes because you take some BCAAs. And there for a while, I did both. I would take the Karbolyn pre-workout, and then throughout the workout, I would drink the BCAAs. And what did the BCAAs do for me? When I added them in there, I could sustain muscular performance for a longer duration. I literally could feel the difference. I could get more reps. Now, I don't know if it was somehow had anything to do. I'm not saying it does. I haven't researched it. I have no idea, and I don't care because I don't use BCAAs anymore. But just because I just don't. It's just I like to keep things minimalist. Believe it or not, I know it doesn't seem that way. Maybe they diminish lactic acid build up? I don't know. You know, while you're in the middle of your workout. Don't know. But that's the effect that I was after. I was after the effect that with the added 30 or 40 grams of BCAAs, I'm going to be able to get more reps than I would otherwise. It's truth. I could get a few more reps, everything I did when I was going really hard. So somebody might say, oh, that's because they'll be converted into glycogen and glucose and blah, blah, blah. No, that's not why, because I already got the 150 grams of Karbolyn on board. And if I do 150 grams of Karbolyn like I did later without the BCAAs, I don't get that, those extra reps. And me, yeah, who doesn't like extra reps? So why don't I do it anymore, or why did I discontinue it? Like I said, it just gets to be too much after a while. It's just too much to remember to do and too much paraphernalia to haul to the gym with you. I'm not one of these guys who wants to drag a lot of shit around with me all the time. Though that's what I end up doing. Anyway. So I don't know where all this is going. But back to the original question that the brother asked, Frank asked. Is there anything better than Karbolyn out there? I don't think so. Karbolyn by EFX. It's the shit. I'm not going to keep getting into it here. I've talked about it ad nauseum. You can go back and look at the videos. Find the video about on the front of it. You'll see that I'm holding the glucose meter and tell you exactly how to do it. Show you how to mix the shit up, all that shit. If you tried it, then you know it works like gangbusters. Don't forget to throw your L-arginine in there. I love L-arginine. I think it's the shit. Which reminds me, I got a new pre-workout that's more conservative, I guess you might say. And that's what I'm going to be using now when I come back, so I'm going to show you that too, but not right this minute. Anyway, that is what it is. I'm trying to get something through to you in this video. I don't even know what the hell it is, so maybe you figured it out. Take care. Have an excellent day.